Restaurants across the country are raising prices as inflation increases, and locally, some customers are seeing a COVID charge on their bill.
Now, this comes as businesses say their vendors are raising the prices of products. News 8's Heather Hope has more on what's behind that increase.
So the good news is that many restaurants are seeing more customers coming in and that businesses appear to be booming. But the bad news is that with that increase in demand is a decrease in supply, and many restaurants are starting to feel it.
In the last 4 weeks, we've seen a very big increase, especially with items like steak and other proteins.
Randy Smerick, owner of Solari Restaurant in Liberty Station, has noticed the uptick in the cost of food.
We've seen a very large increase, as much as 15–20% in some cases, which is really big for us.
Randy is not alone in feeling the pain on the purse strings.
Cost of produce, the cost of meat, deli, things that are prepared have gotten more expensive now.
Red meat for steak tips and steak was $7.35 a pound. Last week was $13.20 a pound. 2/3
of surveyed restaurant operators say their total food costs are higher than they were before the pandemic. In April, for the 4th straight month, wholesale prices shot up for beef, pork, and fruit.
Supply lines have been interrupted, transport costs are through the roof.
Supply issues have made many menu items unavailable. Some San Diego restaurants are even adding a COVID charge on customers' receipts to help offset the rising costs.
We're seeing a new trend is shrinkflation, where they believe that a customer can comfortably pay a certain amount of something, so they're getting smaller and smaller portions.
Then add a labor shortage on top of all small businesses are dealing with.
Menu prices are up almost 4% compared to prior period in 2020. That is the largest increase since essentially the 2009 timeframe.
The beef industry is seeing the inflation big time.
We're seeing price increases probably twice a week instead of just once a week. Everything goes up. Pork's been going up about 20 cents every delivery, so it's about 40 or 50 cents a week.
Essner's Custom Butchering, trying to make sense of this record rise.
The big processors are not at full capacity yet from COVID and worker shortage, whatever all those reasons are.
Local businesses remain hopeful that this spike won't last for too long.
Even though it's up maybe 15–20% now, it could go back down. But I'm watching it every single week. So if 2 or 3 or 4 weeks from now we're still looking like this, I'm just going to be forced to have to make a few course corrections.
Again, restaurants like Solari haven't offset prices on customers just yet, but they say if those costs across the country continue to increase, it is going to trickle down on the customer. Heather Hope, News 8.
We got some new information on breaking news we're continuing to follow in Barrio Logan. A homicide investigation is underway at an apartment complex near Boston Avenue and 28th Street.
Now, according to police, someone called saying their mother had died. That was just before 4 o'clock this afternoon. At least one person was taken to the hospital.
We're still trying to get you more details, and we'll bring those to you and all the information we've got on our digital platforms as soon as we get it into our newsroom. Right now, the Escondido Union High School District Board is meeting to discuss last Saturday's tortilla throwing incident at a basketball game. The game was between Coronado and Orange Glen. You can see members of the crowd throwing tortillas at athletes from Orange Glen, a team that's predominantly Latino. Some are calling it a racist act. During the meeting, the board is expected to take up a resolution denouncing racism and racial discrimination.
Local leaders are calling for an end to restrictions on non-essential travel at the border.
County Supervisor Nora Vargas and San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria were among the group that came together today at the San Isidro port of entry to put pressure on the federal government. They want a specific timeline with tangible steps on how to reopen the border.
If you can fly to Mexico without restriction, you should be able to walk or drive across from Mexico without these kinds of restrictions.
Supervisor Vargas says the pandemic-related border crossing restrictions have devastated the South Bay's economy, from hospitality all the way to health care.
As California climbs out of the pandemic, child care workers who were labeled as essential will be in demand as parents get back to work.
News 8's Tim Blodgett talked with a local daycare worker who wants her pay to match her passion for the job.
Early childhood care is an important part of our children's development, but child care workers haven't gotten a raise since 2016, and now they're fighting for better wages. For 24 years, Shantae Brown has been watching her kids grow up. She, like everyone who works in daycare, understands it's their job to lay the building blocks of early learning for the next generation.
So when you have a hand in assisting to raise our future, knowing you're raising the next doctors, lawyers, politicians, school teachers, like, it's amazing.
Most parents that drop their kids off at Happy Time Learning Center in Southeast San Diego qualify for subsidized childcare through the state. Depending on where that daycare center is, the state gives a fixed rate per child per week. The rate in Brown's neighborhood, $225, a number that hasn't gone up in 5 years.
We haven't gotten anything. Everything has increased, our cost of living, but not our salaries.
We are the union!
Up in Sacramento, the largest daycare workers union in California, Child Care Providers United, rallied on the steps of the Capitol urging Governor Newsom to raise the rates around the state.
An educator who's preparing our most precious resource, our child's minds, the future, for everything that they're going to need to not just do well in school, but to be good human beings.
Right now, the union says they're at the negotiation table and will keep pushing until a deal is done.
State legislative leadership and Governor Newsom, let's honor this work and settle this contract now.
And you really want to show it.
For Brown and all the other child care workers of the state, taking care of children can be incredibly rewarding, but their salaries haven't caught up with the times and want a fair wage for their work.
When I say the kids, it's just like not just dealing with the kids every day, it's just the whole process of watching them grow into adulthood.
Tim Blodgett, News 8.
Crews are still working tonight to contain a brush fire in Palo Mesa. Cal Fire says the Mesa fire has burned at least 350 acres since it broke out yesterday afternoon. Right now, it's just 10% contained. The fire isn't threatening any structures, and evacuation orders have been lifted. People are still being asked to drive carefully when they're in that area.
We now know the name of a man shot and killed at Dave & Buster's in Mission Valley. This all happened last Thursday night, and we brought it to you here on News 8 when police say 28-year-old Dennis Gowolo was shot inside the restaurant and arcade. Homicide detectives would still like to speak with anyone who may have information. Witnesses reported a dark-colored SUV leaving the area at that time. Anyone with info should call San Diego police.
Dozens of San Diegans spoke out today against a draft ordinance. It was put forward by the San Diego City Attorney to regulate the newly formed Commission on Police Practices.
As News 8's David Goffredson reports, opponents say the draft ordinance would strip away most of the police commission's subpoena powers.
It was really a complete gutting of Measure B.
Attorney Andrea St. Julian helped write Measure B to form an independent Commission on Police Practices in the city of San Diego with subpoena power to investigate San Diego police use of force complaints and officer wrongdoing. But when the San Diego City Attorney's Office released a draft ordinance this week regulating the police commission, it set off a firestorm of criticism.
It took away most of the subpoena power that voters had voted for. It didn't even mention independent legal counsel, which was one of the pillars of Measure B.
The draft ordinance came up Thursday at the city's public safety meeting, where the city was recommending the ordinance be approved and passed along to the city council.
I think it is a betrayal of the intent of Measure B and the 75% of San Diego voters who approved that measure.
But opponents spoke out against the ordinance.
What this proposed ordinance did was it limited the ability of the new commission to use subpoena power to a very, very specific and very rarely used proceeding.
Outside a so-called investigatory proceeding, the subpoena power could not be used, according to St. Julian, who is the co-chair of San Diegans for Justice.
Unfortunately, San Diegans for Justice and obviously the community was shut out of the process of writing this proposed ordinance.
St. Jude says the problem is the city attorney's office represents the San Diego Police Department.
What the ordinance ended up being was a piece of proposed legislation written from the perspective of the police union.
In the end, the Public Safety Committee voted not to approve the draft ordinance.
By law, we have to have subpoena power in this commission because the voters passed that.
The ordinance will stay in committee where changes will be made with input from the community. Now, the San Diego City Attorney's Office did email News 8 a statement saying it has worked closely with the chair of the Public Safety Committee on the draft ordinance and that elements of the draft ordinance have been misunderstood by the public. So that is a work in progress. Jesse?
Now, David, you've been following this for quite a bit. So what's the status of the Commission on Police Practices and the ordinance right now?
The commission, the Police Commission, has already been formed, and they are operating under state charter law for the time being. The group, meantime, San Diegans for Justice, has submitted their own ordinance for further discussion. We've posted that at CBS8.com.
All right, David Goffredson for us. David, thank you.
It's official. Governor Gavin Newsom will face a recall election, according to California's Secretary of State. Shirley Weber confirmed more than 1.7 million verified signatures, meeting the requirement to start a recall. California election law gives voters a 30-day period from April 26th until June 8th to withdraw their signatures, but only 43 people chose to do so. The state must now decide whether to hold a special election or wait for the next scheduled election. That decision is expected by early September. Several people have announced plans to run against the governor in a recall, including former San Diego Mayor Kevin Faulconer, Republican John Cox, and former Olympian turned trans rights advocate Caitlyn Jenner.